So today we're going to talk about how we identify with characters. So the processes through which film and TV make us identify with characters, care about them, care if they live or die, things like this. So this becomes an especially interesting topic and conversation when we have this outpouring of all those like anti-hero TV shows out right now. Are there any shows you guys watch right now that you kind of consider to be like of the anti-hero genre?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad and Walter White is a perfect example. Are there others that you guys watch like this?
House of Cards.
Yeah, House of Cards with the Kevin Spacey, Frank Underwood.
I don't know if Dexter would qualify. It's off now, but Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter's a perfect example. Serial killer Dexter. These are all really good examples of these like male anti-hero films, and so or TV shows. So the main question becomes, how do we identify with these characters? Like, how do we care about them, come to care about them, and how do we cope with that as viewers and feel like not too slimy, like rooting for them when they like make meth or kill people or all of these things. So the reading you guys did for today, the Greg Smith reading, is all concerned with how we identify with characters. So Greg Smith thinks that there's two processes through which this happens, and that's a process of alignment, which leads us to our process of allegiance. So with alignment, there's three main components of the alignment. One is spatial proximity, meaning the person you spend the most time with. The camera is near them for the longest amount of time. So we mostly are following Dexter through his day at the police station and then his nights doing what Dexter does. So we spend a lot of time near him, first of all. Secondly, we get a lot of point of view shots. This means when the camera's looking as if through Dexter's eyes. So say he looks at his slide case with the blood in it, we see a point of view shot of that slide case through the camera. So it's literally putting us into his body and having us look through his eyes. So we get a lot of point of view shots. Thirdly, we're granted subjective access. This means we get access to his thoughts and his memories. So this means that you become more acquainted with who they are and their background. So an example of this in Dexter, since we're going with this example, is that you see about his childhood. You get the flashbacks to him sitting in the blood and remembering the death of his parents. This is subjective access into memories that we would not normally have access to. The same thing happens in Mad Men when you hear about Don Draper's past, or in something like Scrubs. You literally get JD's subjective access when he's thinking about those crazy scenarios and things like this. So all of these help us become aligned with the characters. So we're at least close enough with them in a way that we know them. We might not agree with what they're doing, but this helps facilitate the process of allegiance, in which we decide if we think they're a morally preferable character. And sometimes, even though they're not morally preferable, this process of alignment has transformed us as viewers into a place to forgive some of their immorality, so that you are willing to identify with them enough to still be aligned with them and identify with them, even if you don't quite think they're morally preferable. It sort of overrides